are back for part 2, the quaddy legs in New South Wales racing. I suppose everywhere the last 4 races, the quaddy legs on them. Who knows? I love a good quaddy.
They have an early quaddy and a late quaddy and all that sort of business.
They have a million quaddies, don't they? Yeah. You get 4 Sheilas in one weekend. My mates call that a quaddy.
So we've got a mile race here that I think Very Delicious may have run around in last year. The market reads $4.50 Leopari on the back up, $5.50 a horse I don't know, Sound Proposition.
I don't know it either.
$6 Old North, $6.50 Marinostro. $9 Very Delicious back from Brisbane. $19 Oeuvre, trialled on Monday at Hawkesbury. $23 Destiny's Kiss, 26 Zayam, and 51 Loophole. I missed $5.50 Sultan of Swing, did I?
Yes, you did.
So, not much happening here. It's Oeuvre, who's back from staying events, to take it up. Sultan of Swing raced well back in his Sydney debut, but has raced on the speed previously.
Doesn't this just rubber stamp itself here, 5-2, and like Leopari?
Yeah, but how's this race configured? Like, I can't get, like, I get into the race and I go, where is the tempo in this race?
There is no tempo. You're right. Oeuvre? Marinostro?
Marinostro.
Couldn't Leopari go forward here?
Yeah, he won't be as far away as you. Yeah, he'll be just ahead of midfield.
I think the marketplace tomorrow with the down to the 51.5, the last up when coming down 6 kilos.
Well, what is the story with the jockey booking there? Why did you choose that?
Why not? Why, you think he should have a senior rider? Well, why not? Andrew Atkins rides well. He's a lightweight rider.
No, okay, it's the lightweight. There aren't enough lightweight riders to choose from at 53. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
I reckon they're going to show intent here because
of the weight?
Weight and barrier, you know, Waller likes going further forward on
blinkers on it, like it's always blinkers, but
barriers, yeah.
It just goes, here I am, you can all go around me, do whatever you like. If you want to go fast and go forward to me, I'll sit here. It'd be like, as I say about all jockeys, just another filthy cab driver steering a car. You'll have the meter on, click up at the 300, like you can be 5-2, you could even be 7-4 in this race. I think it's clearly top pick, and I think 450 is a fucking luxury this afternoon or tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so you're saying starts 5-2.
I think he's 5-2 openers tomorrow and sold as a rock, and could start $3. And then he's clearly top pick, and he holds all the answers here.
So you're not worried about Bowman to anybody else?
Not at all.
Because you're not saying it was a Bowman win.
No. I think there's a lot of horses here that
because his Randwick credentials are better than his Rosehill credentials.
Great.
Whereas his stablemate Marinostro, who's a bit of a mystery here, he's had time off since the Hawkesbury Cup. Was it the Hawkesbury Cup or the Rolling Mile? Hawkesbury Cup, and he's got a dreadful Randwick record, and he's attempting to re-establish. He's obviously going to go forward with Ty on board. What else is there? Sultan of Swing is a bit of a mystery. I mean, to chase home Louis C.K., I'm just not convinced.
I'm not convinced either. We saw Louis C.K. come off the run and get beaten about 7 lengths during the week.
You know, it was eye-catching, but I don't have a feel for the horse.
Yeah. Guys, I was tipping Leopari to beat Marinostro. I thought it was like a really good race to bet in.
Gordo?
Leopari.
What are you saying, Marcus?
I have him as the danger to my other chance, which is Old North, which...
Did something last start. Yeah.
Where, you know, like weird shit happened at Scone, and can you believe that apparently the National Jockeys Association rang the Scone Race Club to thank them for how well their track played on those 2 days. Did you see that track on the second day?
Why would the National Jockeys Association ring anybody?
I don't understand. I don't understand. I must say that's the most curious piece of information I found last week.
What a great comment that was, Good. Sucking the dick of the breeders. Gotta love the breeders.
Anyway, so the point I'm making about Old North is his Hawkesbury return over 1100 was okay. Then something happened at Scone, like it happened to a lot of horses. And the other day at Rosehill, 3 weeks ago, he found the line over 1400. He gets to a mile here and gets gun. So 5 and 7 the chances for me.
Race 7, guys. The Winter Dash.
We just need to cover off on one horse.
Oh, I thought you finished there, go, Mark. So I apologise.
Sound Proposition. It's $5.50 in the market. Can someone talk to me about it, please?
No, I can't. You talk about it. I don't know the horse at all. I said that. I
So
don't know.
New Zealand Ishmaela, Chris Lee's got it now.
Yep.
And
Back in distance, had a trial since.
Came over for the Doomben Cup and was long odds. I tell you, I am waiting for Orvray to do something. I'd love to everything it's done for
Richard Freeman can't be backed.
Yeah, but it's going to be long odds whenever it goes around.
Keep backing Richard Freeman. See how you go. He's got an absolute champion in his stable. He's had 16 runs for 1 win. The champion won by 3 lengths. Never seen again. What's he called?
Well, it was. Ghostly beat it up after that because it was given no chance at Canterbury. The winner dash. Okay, Glenn. Well, let's move on. I'm sorry about that.
Well, I don't mean to. Like, I don't know what to say about it. I thought we went over it and thought, fucking. I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah, no
I suppose back in distance there's a tick, and I think trial since is a tick, but
yeah,
stable change is probably a tick.
Okay.
But it's still well found in the market, isn't it?
Very well found.
It's hard to back.
Yeah. The winner dash, $3.80 the 3-year-old back from Brisbane, Tessera. $4 Sabakis, $6 Cadero. $8.50 Chase the Horizon up from the Deep South. $10 Ins and Out. Next best, 16 Boss Lane, 17 the interesting Resumer Centre Pivot. Now, I don't know whether Ins and Outs tries to go forward here. He went forward first up, he went back second up, he's drawn a leader's gate. Wouldn't it be nice, as only had blinkers on recently and showed good speed in the June Stakes and got a leader rider on board? Cadero up to 1200 shouldn't be far away. Boss Lane, ditto. Tessera, I suppose he's drawn favourably. Can any horse recover from running at Eagle Farm? I suppose Impending did.
I've just been sitting here waiting for Gord to just say number 9 Immoral.
No, I'm not a fan.
Oh, I thought you would be.
Well, do you like it, Glenn?
I like it. Yeah, I think it sets up well. I think it's fresh blood.
Its first up run as a gelding was overachieved a buggery. Like trying to get up the inside there was just ridiculous.
Had the big 61 kilos that day.
Went to the Gold Coast, was fair, and then went to Eagle Farm and failed. And freshened up. Trialled. Gun. A lot to like.
3-year-old, fresh blood.
I'm not
DF.
sure it's got any depth to its form.
I can just imagine myself saying after the race, and someone like Gord saying after the race, these horses are all not with us anymore. So I was tipping 9 to beat Sabakis, who's one last chance for it, and...
Well, he's got the golden switch, really. I know that the inside was okay the other day, but it's not going to suit him.
And if one horse can beat them to its ins and outs with the leader's draw continuing to keep on the bunny.
You know, it's 2 years since he won.
I know, but I think he sets up well tomorrow. I thought there was only 3 winning numbers.
He led this race last year and retired out of it.
There's only 3 winning numbers to me.
I just can't get over the 9's got 2 key negatives for me, which is it's been away and it's in a stable where I prefer earlier on in your preparation. So
yeah, so not fresh enough.
Yeah. Me, Sir Bacchus on top. I thought that was quite nice late, and I like the back 200 metres.
Yeah, 1200 is his go.
It's its go. Yeah, no, pretty keen on number 6, Sir Bacchus.
4th up tomorrow. It looks a great hope, Gord.
And the one at odds just off the trial is number 2, Centre Pivot, who we've been laughing about or looking for quite a while now, and it's long odds, and it trialled quite nicely against Surplus. So,
yeah, the weird thing was it was the slowest of the 1,050 trials, but the slickest home, and there he was mowing Surplus down in those slick sects.
And you're not good horse. You know, I know, like it's not one for a while, but you are looking at a horse with 8 wins from 28 starts. It's
It's a talented horse.
Yeah.
I think Peter's stables have only been going so-so.
Yeah, it's not a stable of mine. So Cadero tried his little heart out in the June Stakes. It's funny, he looked to be drawn well, but the way the race configured, he was off the dish, trying to get into the race.
I like that saying, off the dish. We should make a movie. I think there is a movie.
Oh, there is something.
What did Shannon Perry say about the dish the other day? Yeah, he talked about the dish at Gosford. Anyway, I keep looking at Cadero going, man, you just been overachieving your little socks off all year. So he won his Saturday race at Warwick Farm first Saturday of this year, and then I know he had the better of the ground, but he tested so then he drew gate 1 at Warrandyte, couldn't win. And then he tested your way like the bejesus, went to Kembra and won. Then he had the temerity to take on Jungle
Edge.
Yeah, right. So it ran very well. Freshened up, came back, cleaned them up, and then the other day he ran 2-1 in the June Stakes, which is the lead up to this race, and tried his little heart out.
I suppose he did try his little heart out. I kept looking at 5.8 lengths, though, Mark, and thinking,
yeah, and
it's
I kept on looking at Colette to race as well.
Right, but Ins and Outs, who was underneath him,
yep, got beaten another length and a half or whatever, yeah.
Got beaten more than that, I think.
Whatever it was.
Whatever. He, look, he and Sir Bacchus, I put at the head there. Tessera has some obvious claims, and I struggled. Well, Centre Pivot, we've spoken of. I
struggled for another number,
and that was pretty much it for me.
Where's that?
The penultimate, 1400 metres.
Oh, the one before the last.
That's it. $5 Wild and Famous. I haven't checked to see whether he's out at Doomben, but I imagine he is. $5.50 Clear the Beach. $6.50 the Revelation Pelethronius. $9. Sorry, I missed the freaking favourite, and I'm trying to work out why it's favourite. $4.80 Imperator Augustus. $4.80 Imperator Augustus. $5 Wild and Famous. $5.50 Clear the Beach. $6.50 Pelethronius. $9.50 Level 8. $11 the Victorian Recalculate, and the others along.
Guys, it was a race I really struggled with here.
Well, but we know at least Clear the Beach is just like straight on the bunny, wherever he wants that bunny to be.
Yeah.
And I know that Gunn managed to eyeball him the other day. I can't see that happening here. Metallic Crown was very positive the other day. Wild and Famous up in distance, not far away with Pelethronius. And Imperator Augustus is a would-be leader, but is just too slow. Can't keep up. Kanachi from the deep may endeavour to try and get into the race. The others I had midfield or worse. So you're struggling with this race?
Well, I was struggling with all these runners in this race, so I decided just on the show to tip number 10, Level 8, because the few positives I found, the Andrew Adkins on down to the 52.5, so the big weight drop again. I think it's going very, very well. I like it's got blinkers back on. I think it's got form around all these sort of horses, Pelethronius, around Metallic Crown, around Imperator Augustus, and I just thought at the odds I would tip it, but I'm in a race I have got very little idea.
So I haven't got it in my numbers, and yet when I saw $11 I went, wow, that's just, that
not bad.
Doesn't seem right at all. It tried its heart out under adverse circumstances behind Magical Stance. Imperator Augustus had the cheapest run of all time in that race.
Yeah.
And then Karen just like got in a tricky spot the other day. I know that was the best lane, but he was sort of working. He wasn't.
He had no
comfortable.
cover there, 3 wide.
Pelethronius was just underneath him, giving it to him.
Yeah.
So I went, look, Pelethronius has got obvious claims in this race, but Level 8 he's only had one run in blinkers. It was over 1800 at Hawkesbury, where he went too keenly outside the lead. He comes back at this stage of his preparation, seasoned as, perfect race for it. Blinkers back on, and they want to say $11. I couldn't work it out.
I'm glad I tipped it then. Yeah, made a good argument for me, Mark. Go on, what are you saying? $33 for you?
7 Clear the Beach.
What, the leading is enough?
Lightly raced. Not as many
Progressive,
convictions
he's
as some of
pretty
these
good
others,
horse.
and I know it got beaten by Stella Ombre last night, but that was just weird, that race, wasn't it? And if you have a look at the
I
last,
don't think that was any disgrace. It was like Gunn just like owned him, monstered him.
yeah, I know, but he got monstered by a Brisbane horse.
Isn't how I can be exhausted?
No. I'm going with Clear the Beach. Now that we're talking about it, I'm actually getting keener. I'm thinking about that run. I'm thinking about the last 30 metres. I thought it was sort of coming again the last 30 metres, which means the up in distance looks fine, gets control.
Does get control.
Yeah,
What price is it?
It's
$5.50.
Do you think $5.50 is line ball for a bet though?
Yeah. Not sure about the price. Not sure if I'm going to bet, but the only one I'll entertain a bet on is number 7, Clear the Beach.
Man, yard mail this race here for me. Where's I'll find the winner from the
Well, look,
yard.
I think there's plenty here, and maybe not tomorrow, but I loved the way Gold Ambition sprung out of the gates the other day, first up. So look out for him. Wild and Famous, I've had a gutful, but
who hasn't?
I suppose this can work.
Who hasn't?
It can work for him. Pelethronius is now 5 wins from 11 starts, and I can't get across it.
And I also feel tomorrow it's going to be under the odds.
Yeah, well, it's now like it's a stamped wet tracker.
It's stamped. They're going to
It's got its city win now. It's hardly ever run in town before. Clear the Beach we've spoken of, going well. Metallic Crown, for a horse that goes missing every now and again, he's third up and like rock hard now. Glyn on, I can entertain it. Level 8 I've spoken of, and I just don't understand the price Imperator Augustus.
Well, I'm against 5 Pelethronius and 14 Imperator Augustus. So what's that, about 40% of the market or something like that? What did you say, Mark?
Yeah, but you could have 6 bets and still miss the winner.
Yeah.
So you've got a 7 to 4 chance there. Race 9, 1,000 metres. Love this.
Oh wow! This
The
is
nightcap.
The nightcap. There it is.
$5.50 at Sangiovese. $6.50 the Third Emergency Star-Crossed. $7 King Darcy, most interesting resumer. $7 Wide Acclaim, yet to win at the short course. $10 Rose of Man, $10 Argent Door, the 3-year-old resuming. $12 Lion Couchant, $14 Ice Bucket, who apparently Lion Couchant has been using for his feet. And $14 Loverboy Charlie, 1,000 metre knob, $19 Minnesota. Rest along. Now,
Wow.
It's a wow race, isn't it?
Well, it's another one of those races where, I want you to tell me the horse that can't win, guys. I mean, there's a couple that can't, I suppose, but gee,
Right, so
there looks 10 chances.
Should Star-Crossed get a start? I have him leading, but the Escrimador, Lion Couchant, I'm the General, Wide Acclaim, Minnesota, and Isa Rich doing his best to keep up underneath those.
Yeah.
We'll all have something to say about those. So Sangiovese settles midfield with King Darcy. There's a few backmarkers. Proconsul, Rose of Man, Argent Door, Cosmic Cameo, who showed no speed at all first up. Loverboy Charlie and Ice Bucket is sort of just off midfield here.
God, start, would you? Someone
You
start.
only need to worry about one horse. It's an absolute moral. It's number 17, Star-Crossed. That trial was absolutely dynamic.
Are you talking about the Third Emergency?
Third Emergency is a moral.
I thought Third Emergency was top.
It's got more ability than any of these by a fair margin, and its trials show to me that it is back in fine fettle.
Well, look at
I like the Barrier 9. I like this, no Wade. This, I think it's a moral.
Okay, it is a
So
race with pace on.
can we just talk about this horse? Because of course, didn't it parade like a complete skunk first up last time?
Yes.
Remember, because I was massively keen on it, and
Yes.
you go when it looked terrible.
That all goes well for tomorrow then, doesn't it, really? Because it means it's, had 154 days off, got some feed in it.
Yeah, but
Couple of nice
what's
trials.
going to stop it from parading poorly tomorrow?
Well, it's a 3-year-old, and horses develop. It's like when you're in year 5 and you turn up in year 6, you'll be some kid who was just like all of a sudden he'd grown, and they're young horses. They grow, they develop. What I'm saying is, if a horse is paraded like an absolute skunk and runs so well, that all goes well for it going into the future.
Yeah. So his subsequent run was fair enough, wasn't it? That was a very hot little field of 3-year-olds, tactically advantaged. Spinning to win, spinning to win,
Guard of Honour, all those.
Guard of Honour.
Yeah.
It was a very neat little field. So I've marked $4.80 equal with King Darcy, who is
First up, no trial, bit more of a 1,400 metre horse, but ticks a lot of boxes tomorrow with this pace.
It's some sort of a chance, isn't it?
It is it's a horse of some substance, King Darcy. Sangiovese I was a bit weak on. I know it is a 1,000 metre horse, but it just got a bit chewed up by the other day.
PR'd really strong the other day. PR'd and really wanted to dog it at the 100, I thought.
And beat nothing.
Little Miss Brown, a piece, we'll see.
Look, Ice Bucket is a good little trier who his last two Randwick runs, winner at 1,000 on Anzac Day, winner at 1,100 on not Australia Day. What was it?
Goes really well here, and always sets up well. A little bit of time off, and I know this horse over 1,000 metres. You've got to be on, especially when it's outside the market. What price? $15.
Minnesota doesn't have a city win, but she is very competitive in these style of races.
Yep.
And had no hope on the Leadersville Gosford dish the other day, or a while back. Loverboy Charlie, he just put it in that 1,200 metre race 3 weeks ago just to keep it ticking over. It's like it cannot do anything bar 1,000. Glyn on last crack.
Yeah.
And the wild card is Argent Door, who I know has got a 1,000-metre win beating Penal on debut. He joined the conveyor belt that day at Kembla. Only a 3-year-old, gun on board, fresh.
What was the word you used then for that horse then? Or was it the
wild card?
The wild card. I thought the wild card was Rose of Man.
Yeah,
well, it's Rose of Man is she goes around and around, but she's got some very good runs behind some very good horses in similar types of races. I think it's a full nightcap, and obviously the bottom one is struggling to get a run at this point.
I hope it doesn't get a run, actually.
Because
I don't want to be on it. Because I think it'll win. I think it'll be under the odds.
Hey guys. All right, so good. The last you've spoken of. What else?
Moral, last race, number 17, and the one's a little bit outside the market that I think could do something is in the highway, the two I mentioned, which were Barricades and Unyielding.
Glenstar.
Short and sweet for me. I think Collateral will win tomorrow, guys, and I reckon the rest of the day is like getting on board with GP and mounting our mail. I don't like the spruik, but I feel tomorrow's a bit of a spruiking day.
Well, I'm in the Vic camp in race 1 because I try and stick to the lowest race of the day in the sense of the maiden. You know, like it's not a maiden, I know, but maiden style race because there's always more tricks to the higher grade races that I don't always apprehend. That's the RacingRant preview. Now, Dicko will be on deck tomorrow.
Where's he at tomorrow, Dicko?
Flemington tomorrow.
Ah, he loves Flemington, Dicko.
Dicko,
he loves
turning 30. Turning 30 soon.
And he's a celebrity now too.
That's right.
A picture on RaceNet.
Have you seen it, Glenn?
No. What is it?
So the other day when what was the announcement?
The announcement was
the merger, the tabs merger
being no good for
Why does it get colder here?
Yeah, it's freezing now.
We lose a bit of sunshine.
Yeah.
We start off at 10 degrees and we finish in 2.
Anyway, yes, Dicko's face featured prominently on RaceNet. Remember when we used to feature prominently on RaceNet, Glenn?
Ah, well before our punters show days and
then
our top better days. And now we're at RacingRant. We're like fucking in the ocean.
Up, we're the centre.
Without us, can anyone out there send us in a snorkel? We just want to try to breathe.
Dicko, Flemington, he was spotted in the mounting yard at Caulfield. That was where that photo came from. But anyway, he'll be keen, Flemington tomorrow. John McLeod is doing a set for I'd say the finale of the Winter Carnival in Queensland. It's the Tats Tiara Day, so that's at Doomben. We'll have, I think, a fresh product next week.
Up there, you know, the deploy's running in.
Yeah. The Healy, is it? The Healy.
The Healy,
yeah. It's not a bad meeting at Doomben. Richard Irvine will be coming on the rant on Monday, and we're going to personally canonise him, Glenn, aren't we? For the amazing work he's done with Fair Wagering Australia.
Maybe we should get him onto the Betfair situation.
Look, there'll be plenty to discuss, won't there, with the Betfair announcement this week. Good on you, Racing New South Wales. And I did a podcast with Jake Williams on the business of betting. I imagine a lot of you have already heard it, but it's on businessofbetting.com, and it's 72 minutes long. It's a long time to speak for, isn't it?
Why don't you put a link on the site?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will. So that's all ahead of us. But don't forget, Richard Irvine rant Monday. I'm looking forward to it. Catch you then.
Good punting.
See you guys.